crazy facts about Jeffrey Epstein. A recent federal lawsuit has alleged that the billionaire Leon Black raped a 16-year-old girl with Down syndrome and autism at Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan townhouse in 2002. Black, who once gave Epstein a payment of $158 million, is accused of attacking the young girl while she was preparing to give him a massage. According to the lawsuit, the victim has a mental age of around 12. Leon Black's attorney stated that the allegations were vicious and defamatory lies. In 2015, it was reported by an Israeli newspaper that Jeffrey Epstein had invested in an Israeli startup company that was connected to Israel's defense industry and headed by the former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, who, according to the Wall Street Journal, met with Epstein 30 times between 2013 and 2017, including a 2014 private flight with Epstein from Palm Beach to Tampa. According to Rolling Stone magazine, a former associate of Epstein stated that before the 2016 US election, Epstein said he was advising both the Democratic and Republican parties and would make statements such as, "Trump's people were here this morning and Hillary's people will be here for lunch."
They got him in the jail. The guards are somehow or another getting in trouble, so who knows what the guards are going to say. They might get suicided. My favorite part was the guy they chose for his cellmate. Do you see the fucking gorilla they chose for his cellmate?
Yeah, reminded me of that.
This huge Italian ex-cop who was a murderer and a drug runner. I mean, this guy is built like a brick shit house, and this is Epstein's cellmate.
Strange objects found in Jeffrey Epstein's house, along with the infamous painting of Bill Clinton in a dress. Jeffrey Epstein had some bizarre items that were found in his $71 million New York townhouse after his arrest, including a collection of over 150 artificial eyeballs that were mounted on a wall that were reportedly placed there to let staff know that they were being watched at all times. The New York Times reported that Epstein had a chessboard with human figurine pieces, each one modeled after one of his servants or members of his staff. Other items found in his house include a life-size female doll hanging from a chandelier, a pair of prosthetic breasts mounted on a wall in his bathroom, and multiple pictures of himself with various celebrities, including Woody Allen, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump, as well as a picture of the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. As reported by The Times, he also had a picture of a photorealistic prison scene with barbed wire, prison guards, and a guard station with himself portrayed in the middle.
I have to ask you about Jeffrey Epstein. Melinda mentioned that was one of the strains, your relationship with him. And why did you continue to meet with him? When you met him, he was already a convicted sex offender, and do you regret that?
I certainly made a huge mistake, not only meeting him in the first place, but I met with him a number of times. I had a goal of raising money for global health. I didn't realize that meeting with him almost downplayed the incredibly awful things he did. I learned more about that over time, but I'd add that to the list of big mistakes, including where Melinda's advice was sound and I should have followed it sooner than I did.
You never saw anything where you thought, this doesn't feel right. Melinda kind of had a visceral reaction the first time she met him.
No, he was a bad person. I had a reason that I thought those meetings would lead to something good, but I shouldn't have done them.
The FBI agent on the commanding, agent running the scene reached out to Epstein's lawyers and let Epstein lawyers come and decide what was privileged and what was able to be taken.
Are you serious?
Yep. How is it that we are sitting here now after he committed suicide in the prison where no one had ever been able to commit suicide before, after Ghislaine Maxwell has also gone off to prison, and we learned nothing from her trial, Sean. Nothing.
Take away the island. You have all these billionaires going to New York, staying in his townhome with them. When I travel somewhere, I don't stay at their house.
So I think we can all agree, we don't really know where his money came from, and it's massive wealth. They gave Epstein a plea deal that excused his underage trafficking, basically home confinement. It was a joke. It was like no sentence at all. The plea deal covered him and unnamed possible co-conspirators.
Any comments on the alleged allegation of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein? No. I think the evidence.
I'm sorry, we've got two more people to hear from.
I'm sorry.
You have a chance. Well, I'm not sorry. You sit down, and
I know
we're going to let other people.
That's the point. The hypocrisy of this speech.
the hypocrisy of the fact that, can you please make a statement about President Joe Biden's speech? This is a clearly warmongering speech. President Joe Biden is calling for $100 billion of funding for Israel, Taiwan, and Ukraine, and we're supposed to just bundle these together and pretend like we're going to rush to World War III, and we're all just going to let Hillary Rodham Clinton sit here. Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, this is not the way to have a conversation. If you want to have a conversation, you're welcome to come talk to me afterwards.
You can sit here. Okay, right. You're gonna wait for me, right? Please,
I will wait for you, and I will listen to you, and I will respond to you.
I do not believe you. But respectfully, I do not believe you. And the fact of the matter is that the American people's voice are what need to be heard.
Yeah, they are being heard.
Because our president is not speaking for the American people, and
well,
neither are you.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Yes, that's my opinion.
Well, then sit down. We've heard your opinion. Thank you very much.
I think we can, she's going to do it. Everything she's ever done in Washington, she had Republicans and Democrats. And, you know, she said bad stuff now, but she's going to do it.
It's not true. She's lying all the time. She always lies.
Who doesn't lie? Who doesn't lie?
I like you, but
who doesn't lie? Everybody lies.
I don't lie.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's the biggest one.
You know why I tell you the truth? Because I forget what I said yesterday. Well, if I tell you the truth, always the truth.
Well, then you're not telling the truth now.
Sorry.
Excuse me. Sorry, too.
I don't like him either. I don't like him either. I don't like Trump, and I don't like your wife. Either of them I don't like.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The FBI said that she had a lot of things wrong, and she was how do you say? She was very uncareful.
Yeah, and mine too. Come on, guys! Yay!
Certainly not going to be Trump.
124 email.
The national security.
124 email. There was how do you say? It was.
Wait a minute.
Get with the scientists behind you, boo!
I don't know.
I took care of my country.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did 100%. But your wife and Trump.
And dozens.
Your wife and Trump. Not a Democrat. Sorry, but that's the way I feel.
That's because they got a lot of bad press, right? But look at the facts. There are a lot of Republicans that are good people.
Yes, and a lot of Democrats are good people too. Both of them.
They spent their lives working on national security. They endorse her.
30 years in Washington. What the heck did she do for us? Only for her. Only for her. She became a millionaire when she left the Washington. She said that I'm broke. I'm broke. Now she's a millionaire. I'm sorry, but no my money.
Get closer.
But you know what?
True.
She didn't make any money.
No, she made it not working. I give you $1 million. You come and speak on my thing. Then I gotta give you favors.
The baby wants to picture.
And I've gotten to see some of the most vicious commercials I've ever seen of Michelle Obama talking about you, Hillary. So you talk about friend. Go back and take a look at those commercials. A race where you lost, fair and square, unlike the Bernie Sanders race where you won, but not fair and square, in my opinion. And all you have to do is take a look at WikiLeaks and just see what they said about Bernie Sanders and see what Deborah Wasserman Schultz had in mind, because Bernie Sanders, between superdelegates and Deborah Wasserman Schultz, he never had a chance. And I was so surprised to see him sign on with the devil.
Because, you know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.